Good evening, everyone. Namo Buddhaya. Warm welcome to our regular Saturday Dhammadana blessing program. As usual, from Lecture Dhammaniketane Buddhist Center, we host this Saturday Dhammadana blessing program. Dhammadana is the highest dana, highest blessing. This can sponsor by anyone to share the merits and blessings on this very powerful and very special meritorious activity. Today programs includes homage to the Buddha, Bodhi Puja, Sinhala Dhamma sermon, English Dhamma sermon, chanting of blessings, and also our very special opportunity for our children to learn and practice share the Dhamma. So our children program is also included into this. We are very grateful to the sponsors of the day today. Today program is being sponsored by Mrs. Didumini and Mr. Chathura Soorya Arachchi. They want to transfer the merits to Lokuaachchi, Mrs. Nandawathi Jayasuriya, also Lokuaachchiamma, Mrs. Leelawathi Jayasuriya, who passed away recently, and they want to sponsor this program to share the merits into their good name. May they attain the Supreme Bliss of Nibbana. අද දවසේ මේ ධර්ම දානමය පින්කමේ දායකත්වය අරගෙන කටයුතු කරන්නේ දිදුමිනි නෝනා මහත්මිය, චතුර සූර්ය ආරච්චි මහත්මයා, තමන්ගේ දයාබර ආච්චියම්මා වන නන්දාවති ජයසූරිය මහත්මියටත්, එවැගේම ලොකු ආච්චියම්මා වන ලීලාවති ජයසූරිය මහත්මියටත් පින් අනුමෝදන් කරන්නට අද දවසේ මේ පින්කමේ දායකත්වය අරගෙන කටයුතු කරනවා. දිදුමිනි නෝනා මහත්මිය සහ චතුර සූර්ය ආරච්චි මහත්මයා ඇතුළු ඒ පවුලේ සෑම දෙනාටමත් තුනුරුවන්ගේ ආශිර්වාදය ආරක්ෂාව සැලසේවා කියලා මේ වෙලාවේදී අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. අභාව ප්‍රාප්ත වෙච්ච ආදරණීය ආච්චියම්මා නන්දාවති ජයසූරිය මෑණියන්ටත්, ලොකු ආච්චියම්මා ලීලාවති ජයසූරිය මෑණියන් ඇතුළු මිය පරලොව ගියා වූ සියලු දෙනාටම උතුම් අමා මහ නිවන් සුව අත් වේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. Today program is also sponsored by Mrs. Anne Schilizzi, and Mrs. Anne is a very good long-standing member of our Dhammaniketane Buddhist Center. When I come to UK at the very early days, I met this wonderful family and I had a very good time with them in Manchester. So today, especially, and want to bring this Dhammadana blessing to wish their two children, son Stephen Schilizzi, also daughter Clare Schilizzi, who are celebrating the 30th birthday today. So they are twins, and I still remember both of them a long time. Now they are turning to 30. So it is wonderful to have these venerable monks and the blessings of the venerable monks on their very special birthday today to celebrate the 30th. So Stephen and Clare, we wish you a very happy birthday with the power of Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. May the blessings be with you all to progress in your life and to fulfill all aspirations in good health and protection. Especially Mrs. Anne Shilizzi want to sponsor this program also to share the merits in loving memory of her dearest parents, Mr. Lawrence Gorman, also Mrs. Rosemarie Gorham. The loving parents of Mrs. Anne Shilizzi, Mr. Lawrence and Mrs. Rosemarie Gorham, we remember them in our merits and wish them all the happiness in their journey and to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also, Mrs. Anne Shilizzi want to remember the loving husband, late Mr. Pete Schilizzi. We also met him and spent good time, and we are very sad to miss him unexpectedly, but we take this opportunity to rejoice and celebrate his life and to share the merits, especially on this very special birthday of Stephen and also Clare. So may Mr. Pete Schilizzi have all the joy and blessing and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Bearing those in our heart, now we are going to proceed with our program. With great gratitude to those who are celebrating their birthdays and also sharing the merits with blessings. Now I would like to welcome our most venerable monks for the day of the program. Most Reverend Dr. Dato Sumanasiri Nayaka Thera from Singapore, Malaysia, will administer the 5 precepts and make a short reflection. After that, most venerable monks will join in the Bodhi Puja Buddha Vandana. And also, after that, our most reverend, the Venerable Dikwalle Sila Sumana Nayaka Hamuduro will deliver the Sinhala Dhamma sermon about 15 to 20 minutes based on the Parabhava Sutta, the discourse on downfalls. Then we'll have a chanting of protection blessings. There will be an English sermon followed by our children's Dhamma program. So now I very respectfully invite Most Reverend Dr. Dato Sumanasiri Nayaka Thera to administer the 5 precepts.
Tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Yampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Yampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Yampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Anatipata Viramani Padang Samadhiyami.
Anatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinadana Viramani Padang Samadhiyami.
Atinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kami Sumichachara Viramani Padang Samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccāchārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Savada Viramani Padang Samadhiyami.
Vada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Amiraya Majjapama Dattana Viramani Padang Samadhiyami.
Kamere manchpama dattana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Sadhu, sadhu.
Reverend sisters and brothers in the Dhamma, a very good evening to all of you. Today the theme is about how not to cheat and how one can develop by not cheating. Cheating whom? Brahmanangva, Samanangva, Anyevapi Vanibbakam. From the Parabhava Sutta it says, if a person cheats a Brahmin priest or a Brahmin, Samanangva, a religious monk of any tradition, any religion actually, Anyevapi Vanibbakam, even if they cheat a beggar and deceive the beggar and tell lies. Say for instance, if you have some cash, a few coins, and they ask for change. In this country they say, change please. English people also beg. So you give something, but if you cheat them, that is the door to downfall. If you don't say anything, just say sorry or don't say anything and just smile and go. How interesting the Buddha, what he said 2,600 years ago, is still valid to the world, isn't it? One of the purposes for monks to become a monk, as expounded by the Buddha, is Pindapatang Nisaya Pabbajja. Monks and nuns, they become monks and nuns because based on one of the purpose that they have to beg. I did it myself when I was under training for 5.5 years in the Bhikkhu Training Center when I left Singapore to go and train myself as a young monk. Now, the difference between begging, a monk begs so that the devotees can earn merits and fulfill their generosity and offerings. When you give to a normal beggar, it is given out of pity or sympathy. It's different. Sometimes some people say, what is the use of giving to the monks? Go and give to the beggars and those needy that the merits are more. It's not true. When you give to the monks, it's different. Monks or nuns who beg, you give them out of honor, respect, not out of pity or sympathy. So we say that in Sinhalese, puja buddhi. Out of honor, out of intelligence, and knowing karma and its vipaka, the action gives you good results. But when you give a beggar, you have pity. The beggar has nothing. But in some countries where people beg, these beggars also have bank accounts. I found that in one country, a woman who had 30,000, all her life she has begged because she had a big neck here because like thyroxine, and she had that in the and show that and daily collected money from a place where many people were going. And when she died, they found 30,000 in the bank account in dollars. So begging is also a business. Probably Wani Bakang is normally called mendicant, a beggar of different type, ordinary and normal, but not the monks. That's why the Buddha have given, whether it is a Brahmin priest or a Brahmana or a Sramana, a Buddhist monk, or any type of monks, all monastics. You'll find when I explain later a bit more that not only in Buddhism they have this. This is called noble begging. So King Suddhodana, Buddha's father, was very unhappy when he saw the Buddha after enlightenment coming to his kingdom and going on begging. He rushed to the Buddha and said, "My son, what are you doing? You're bringing shame to our dynasty. We are from the royal family. Royal families don't beg." Then the Buddha said, he didn't say daddy, he said, "Oh king," because now he's no more layman. "I belong to the Arya Vamsa, the noble dynasty of monks and Buddhas, the Buddha's dynasty. Monks, nuns, Buddhas, Pacceka Buddhas, all beg so that it helps them to develop the virtues of themselves, to be humble. When you beg, you become like a beggar, you become humble, and merits to the devotees. If you see on St. Anne's festival in Catholic churches, St. Anne's means Santa Antonio, the famous miraculous saint of Padua, respected all in the entire Catholic world. The Catholic devotees also on that day, when there is St. Anne's festival, they stand begging from the public and they say, "Collect alms," ALMS. Begging for the Buddhist monk is also saying the monk is going on alms, ALMS. Chinese and Japanese cultures from ancient times do not accept begging. So Japanese monks, when they beg, they wear a very long hat which goes down and covers the face. You can't see the face. Shaving the face is a big thing in Chinese, Japanese, Korean culture. So that's why even today Chinese, they don't beg from other countries. They make other countries beggars by giving loans. In Korea, not the same. The monks can beg. Singapore, my homeland, the Lion City, Singapore, has banned begging since 1960s. It's a world record. For 60 years, not one beggar in the country. Now, when monks want to do their begging in the path, they can do it in the temple premises. We have a big temple in Singapore, 2.5 acres big, so that is more than enough. We do inside. We can't do outside. It's prohibited, even for monks to do on the streets. This is so that the society becomes self-reliant. Don't depend on others. Don't beg. No welfare system as such. Only in very rare circumstances there's a welfare system. So it's a discipline, rigid, followed 100%, self-sufficient. There's also a very important thing that many people do not know about Sikhism. Sikhs, Punjabi Sikhs, and all Sikhs following Sikhism are prohibited to beg by their 10 gurus. They have 10 prophets. So no Sikh beggar as well. India, a lot of beggars, but not one Sikh is a beggar in the whole of India and in the whole world. They keep their self-respect, and they give dana a lot daily in all their Sikh Gurudwaras. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, all three are given to any public who come from anywhere, not just their own religious people. So, brothers and sisters, welcome to this evening's program. The Venerable Sirs will describe much more. I wish all of you well and happiness. Namo Buddhaya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today we take this opportunity to share another very important Dhamma factor explained by the Buddha cause into the downfall of us. We are very grateful for our Dr. Reverend Sumana Sri Nayakathera for giving that insight. Now we'll spend few minutes with our homage to the Blessed One, Supremely Enlightened Lord Buddha. Especially may these blessings be with our sponsor family today, Mrs. Didumini and Mr. Chathura Soorya Arachchi, and the whole family. May they be well and happy. May there be protection and good health. May especially their parents, Aachchiamma, Mrs. Nandawathi Jayasuriya, Lokuaachchiamma, Mrs. Leelawathi Jayasuriya, and all those who are no longer with us, departed relatives and friends, attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also, today this program is very kindly sponsored by Mrs. Anne Schilizzi. Mrs. Anne want to bring all these blessings of this homage and Dhamma sharing to wish a very happy birthday to their two children, son Stephen and daughter Clare. We wish you very happy 30th birthday to celebrate together as you are twins. And also, and Mrs. Anne want to share the merits with their beloved parents. Without them, Mrs. Anne said, we are not here. So therefore, Mr. Lawrence Gorham and also Mrs. Rosemarie Gorham, we share the merits of this Dhammadana with them. Also, Mrs. Anne rightly said that today the beautiful two children would not be here to celebrate the 30th birthday without their very much devoted father, loving husband, Mr. Pete Schilizzi. May Mr. Pete attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Bearing those in our heart, we are going to proceed with this homage and chanting. Also, we take this opportunity to wish all our community, all our members, all our children, and the members of the family, those who are going through difficult times at this pandemic and some other viruses are spreading. May everyone be well, happy, safe, and progress in the good health and protection. May no harm, difficulties come to you. May your parents and those who are in need of blessings do concentrate on them. And let us bring our hearts and minds together. Our Rasikaya has very kindly given some instructions to improve this communication online. So I would be grateful if you can follow them, because we really want to make a very special, powerful blessing of this. So you can get your cameras on all the time so that you can lively connect into it. When your camera is on, just make sure enough light and the position of the camera is properly made. And also the background distractions, try to create the background more appropriate to temple. Normally, before you come to the temple, which is good, but this gives you the opportunity to create a temple in your household. So this is very much like monks coming to your household in every Saturday evening. So don't see this as a simple thing. Try to make the most out of this. So therefore, I will share later that instructions. Perhaps also Rasikaya will also share some how to improve this online blessing ceremony with your participation. So therefore, we are very taking this opportunity to wish you all good health and protection and all the blessings. And especially those who are no longer with us, may they all equally share our merits and may they attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also to our devas who protect us, who protect our monks, protects our temples, our children, and may the celestial beings, divine beings, angels, who rejoice always in the Dhamma and merit sharing, share our merits and return their blessings to all of us. Bearing this in our hearts, please do pay attention, concentrate, join in chanting together with venerable monks. This is a very special opportunity for children to learn the Dhamma. You know, children, I have met a lot of young professionals. They haven't got this opportunity. They are highly skilled professionals, even been doing highly paid jobs. Now, completely lost or struggling with their life, even can't go to work because of this emotional and other difficulties. So therefore, what you are experiencing here is a life-changing things. Perhaps you may not experience it because your parents has done the needful at the very beginning. Some try to change their children when they are 30, 20, but it doesn't really work. So this is the right opportunity you are given that you would reap the benefit when you are getting into 20, 30 or 40. Therefore, I encourage you to learn these gathas and join heartfully and attend very attentively, very devotionally. You will reap lots of blessing. So therefore, please do join in our homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Ittipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattā deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Buddhaṃ jīvitaṃ yāva nibbānaṃ saranaṃ gacchāmi. Swāgkārto bhagavata dhammo saṅghiko akāliko ehi passiko opanayiko paccattam veditam bo viññūhiti dhammam jīvitaṃ yāva nibbānaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Ñāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Yatidaṃ cattārī purisa yugāni purisa puggalaes bhagavato savaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punyak kettang lokassati sanghang jivitang yava nimbanang saranang gacchami vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbatanesu patinditang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada yassa mule nisingnova sambari vidayang patto sabbang yutang sattavan detang bodhipadapang ime ete mahabodhin lokanatena pujita ahang pite namassami bodhiraja namantute ganasarappaditena dipena tamagansina tiloka dipang sambuddhang pujayami tamonudang gandha sambharayuttena dupena sugandhina pujaye pujaniyantang puja bhajana muttamang vanna gandha gunopetang etang kusuma santating pujayami muning dassa siripada saroruhe pujemi buddhang kusumena nena punyena medena labami mokkam uppang milayati atai dhammi kayo tatayati vinasa bhavang sugandhang sitalang kappang pasanna madurang subang paniya metang bhagava patiganhatu uttama adivasetuno bhante gila pancayang imang anukampang upadaya patiganhatu uttama adivasetuno bhante sambang sandaya pujitam anukampang upadaya patiganhatu uttama kayena vaca cittena pamadena maya katam acchayang kamami bhante buripanya tathagata kayena vaca cittena pamadena maya katam acchayang kamami dhamma sandintika akalika kayena vaca cittena pamadena maya katam anjayang kamami sangha supatipanna anuttara imina punya kammina mame bala samagamo satan samagamo hotu yava nibbana pantiya akasatta ca bummatta දේවානාගා මහින්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහින්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු දේශනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහින්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු මං පරන්ති ධම්මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදං මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදං මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ සාදු 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 මේ වෙලාවේදී මම ඊටාම ගෞරවයෙන් ආරාධනා කරනවා දික්වැල්ල වැවුරු කන්නල බුදුරජ මහා විහාරස්ථානයේ විද්‍යාතුංග පිරිවෙනේ පරිවෙනාධිපති වැඩ වාසය කළ දැනට බර්ලින් නුවර බෞද්ධ විහාරස්ථානයේ අනුශාසක වශයෙන් කටයුතු කරන දික්වැල්ලේ සීල සුමන පඬිත හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේට අද දවසට නියමිත සිංහල ධර්ම දේශනාව පවත්වන ලෙස now we are going to proceed with the Sinhala sermon which will take about 15 minutes. Please do sit and listen even though you don't understand as a form of meditation. මේ වෙලාවේදී මා ඊටාම ගෞරවයෙන් ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා අති ගෞරවනීය දික්වැල්ලේ සීල සුමන පඬිත හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේට සිංහල අනුශාසනාව පවත්වන ලෙස කවුරුත් ආරාධනා කිරීමක් හැටියට සාදුකාරයක් පවත්වන්න සාදු සාදු සාදු
නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස යෝ බ්‍රාහ්මනං වා සමනං වා අන්නං වාපි වනිම්බකං මුසාවාදේන වංචේති තම්පරා භවතෝ මුඛං ගෞරවනීය හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේ දයාබර දූ දරුවනි දෙමාපියනි අද දවසේ පරාභව සූත්‍රයේ නියමිත ගාථා ධර්මයයි මා ප්‍රකාශ කළේ මේ ගාථාවෙන් ප්‍රකාශ වෙන අදහස තමයි යම් පුජ්‍යලෙක් බ්‍රාහ්මණෙක් එහෙම නැත්නම් ශ්‍රමණෙක් එහෙම නැත්නම් වෙනත් ජාතකෙක් මුසාවාදයෙන් රවටනවා නම් ඒ කියන්නේ බොරුවෙන් රවටනවා නම් ඒ පුජ්‍යලයා පරිහානියට නැත්නම් පිරිහීමට පත් වෙනවා කියන එක. එකෙන් අදහස් කරන්නේ තමන් යමක් බලාපොරොත්තුවෙන් පැමිණෙන යම් පුජ්‍යලයක් නැත්නම් පූජකෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් යාචකෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ අය බොරුවෙන් රවටන පුජ්‍යලයා මෙලොව පරලොව වශයෙන් යා පරාභවයට පිරිහීමට පත් වෙනවා කියන අදහස. බොරු කියන එක විශ්වාසය කඩකිරීමක් හැටියට මිනිසා නැත්නම් මේ ලෝකේ පුජ්‍යලයා පරිහානියට පරාභවයට පත් වෙන අකුසලයක් හැටියට අපේ ධර්මයේ සඳහන් කළා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම දීමට සුදුසු පුජ්‍යලෝ කිසිවක් දෙන්නේ නැතුව ඒ පුජ්‍යලයන්ට කිසිවක් පරිත්‍යාග කරන්නේ නැතුව ඒ අය බොරුවෙන් රවටනවා නම් ඒ පුජ්‍යලයා අපායේ උපදින්නට හේතුවක් වන බව දක්වලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඒ වගේ බොරුවෙන් වංචාවෙන් ඒ රවටන පුජ්‍යලයෝ තමන් කරන ව්‍යාපාර ඒ ආරම්භ කරන කටයුතු පමා අසාර්ථක වන බව ධර්මයේ දක්වලා තියෙනවා. වසල සූත්‍රයේ සඳහන් වෙන එක වසල කාරණයක් තමයි ගිහියන් සඳහා දේශනා කරපු ඒ සූත්‍ර දේශනාවන් වල දක්වලා තියෙන කාරණා තමයි බොරු කීම කියන එක ඊටාම බරපතල අකුසල කර්මයක් කියන එක. විශේෂයෙන් ගිහියන් සඳහා දේශනා කරපු ආජීව අෂ්ටමක සීලයේ ශික්ෂාපද 8න් 4ක්ම දක්වලා තියෙන්නේ වචනයෙන් සිදුවන වැරදි ඇටියට. මේවා දක්වනෝ චතුර්විධ වාග් දුෂ්චරිත කියලා. සතර ආකාර වැරදි 4ක් ඇටියටයි මේ කරුණු 4 විස්තර කරලා තියෙන්නේ. තුන් ආකාර සංස්කාර විශේෂයි වචී සංඛාර ලෙස දැක්වෙන වචනය ඒ චේතනාව මගින් අபிසංස්කරණය වෙලා කර්ම වශයෙන් කුසල අකුසල දෙකේම පිහිටන බව ඒ ධර්මයේ විස්තර කරලා තියෙනවා. කිල්ටි වෙච්ච සිතින් යම් විදිහේ ප්‍රකාශයක් කරනවා නම් ඒක ඒ වචනය ගැලා දින ගුණාගේ පාදය අනුව ඇදෙන කරත්ත රෝදේ වගේ පසුපසින් පැමිණිලා දුක් විපාක ලබා දෙන බව ධම්මපදයේ ඒ පළවෙනි ගාථාවෙන් විස්තර කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ බොරු කීමේ කියන මේ අකුසල කර්මයේ විපාක වශයෙන් ගොළු බව, ඒ වගේම ගොත ගැහිම, මුඛයෙන් දුර්ගන්ධය හැමීම, විරූපී බව, සත්පුරුෂ සේවනය නොලැබීම, මිතුරන් ඈත්වීම ආදී මේ අකුසල කර්මයේ විපාක හැටියට අපේ ධර්මයේ සඳහන් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම සමාජ තන්ත්‍රයේ සමාජිකත්වය අවෝසි වෙන මාත් සමග ඒ පුජ්‍යලයා පරාභවයට නැත්නම් පරිහානියටපත් වෙනවා. අපි දැන යම් විදිහේ බොරුවක් කියනවා නම් ඒක බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ පිළිකුල් කරලා තියෙනවා, එලා දැකලා තියෙනවා. එවැනි බොරු කීම් උන්වහන්සේ දේශනා කළේ බොරු කියන ලාමක අසත්පුරුෂයාට නොකල හැකි පවක් නැති බව. මුසාවාදය කියන එකෙන් අදහස් කරන්නේ අනු මුලා කිරීම, එවැගේම අසත්‍ය පවසලා අසත්‍ය ප්‍රකාශ කරලා ඒ අකුසලයේ සඳහා අංග කීපයක්ම සම්පූර්ණ විය යුතු බව අපේ ධර්මයේ දක්වනවා. කියන කාරණය අයහපත් වීම, ඒ වගේම අනුන් රැවටීම, ඒ වගේම ඒ සඳහා ඇති කරගන්නා වූ චේතනාව, ඒ වගේම මේ අසත්‍ය කරුණු ඇඟවීමට උත්සාහ දැරීම, ඒ වගේම කියන ලද කරුණු අසූ පුජ්‍යලයා විසින් තේරුම් ගැනීම කියන මෙන්න මේ කරුණු බොරුව කියන අකුසලයේ සම්පූර්ණ වීමට හේතු වන කරුණු හැටියට දක්වලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මුසාවාදය නැත්නම් බොරුව කියන එක අල්ප සාවද්‍ය, මහා සාවද්‍ය වශයෙන් කොටස් දෙකකට බෙදලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ පොඩි වැරදි, ලොකු වැරදි වශයෙන් කොටස් දෙකකට මේ මුසාවාදය කියන එක දක්වලා තියෙනවා. බොරු කීමේ විපාක වශයෙන් ඒ බොරු කියන පුජ්‍යලයා මෙලවදීම ලෝකයාගේ අවිශ්වාසයට ලක් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම නිന്ദා අපහාස වලට අවනම්බු ලබන්නට හේතු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මරණින් මත්තේ අපායේ ඉපදිලා වර්ෂ කෝටි ගාණක් මුල්ලේ අප්‍රමාණ දුක් විඳින්නට හේතු වෙනවා මේ බොරු කීම නිසා. ඒ වගේම මනුෂ්‍ය ලෝකයේ උපන්නත් එක් ජීවිතයකදී ඒ කියපු බොරු වලට සිය ගණන් ජාතිවලදී නිന്ദා අපහාස ලබන්නට හේතු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම නොඑක් ලෙඩ රෝග වලට භාජන වෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන් මුඛ රෝගයන්ගෙන් පෙළෙන්නන් බවට පත් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අවලස්සන ශරීරය ඇතිව අමිහිරි කටහඬක් ඇතිව දුප්පත් වෙලා මන්ද බුද්ධිකව ගොළු බවට පත් වෙලා උපදින්නට අකීකරුව දරුවන් ලබන්නට හිමිකරුවෙක් බවට පත් වෙනවා. අකීකරු දරුවන් අයිති හිමිකරුවෙක් බවට නැත්නම් අකීකරු දරුවන් ඉන පුජ්‍යලයක් බවට පත් වෙනවා මේ බොරුවේ ප්‍රතිඵලයක් ඇටියට. අපේ පැරණි සාහිත්‍යයේ මේ පිළිබඳව පද්‍ය සාහිත්‍යයේ නොඑක් තැන්වල දැක්වෙනවා. පීදාගම මෛත්‍රී හිමියන්ගේ ලෝවැඩ සංග්‍රහයේ බොරුව ගැන මෙහිම සඳහන් වෙලා තියෙනවා. අසවා මකියන බස්සර තරයේ මුසවා බස්කී වායක මුරයේ වසවා දෙව්ලොව යනමං තරයේ පැසවා මිස නාරී ගොර තරයේ. මේ පද්‍යයෙන් කියන අදහස නැත්නම් තේරුම තමයි මං කියන මේ වචන හොඳින් අහන්න. එක්වරක් හෝ බොරු කිව්වොත් එයින් දෙව්ලොව සැප විඳීම වළක්වලා බිහිසුණු නරකාදී දුක් විඳින්නට හේතු වෙන බව, ඒ දුකටපත් වෙන බව තමයි මේ පද්‍යයෙන් කියවෙන සරල අදහස. ඒ වගේම ලෝවැඩ සංග්‍රහයේම තවත් තැනක සඳහන් වෙනවා බොරු කීමේ විපාක හැටියට මෙන්න මේ විදිහේ පද්‍යයක්. ලැබීව රජෙක් බොරු බස් කී විගස කය නැතිව රිද්දි බලයෙන් ඒ මිනිස් කය පොළව පලාගෙන ගොස් වැටුණු නරකය මෙලෙස මෙලව සතුනි ඉන් බොරු කීම නරකය. ඉස්සර චේතිය කියන රජුරවන්ට අහසින් යෑමේ 이르දි බලය තිබුණා. ඔහු බොරු කීවා නිසා ඒ 이르දි බලය නැති වෙලා ගියා. මනුෂ්‍ය ශරීරය පොළොව පලාගෙන ගියොත් නරකාදී වැටුණු බව තමයි ඒ පද්‍යයෙන් විස්තර කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා මේ ලෝකේ වාසය කරන මිනිසුන් හැටියට අපි බොරු කීම කියන එක ඊටාම් භයානක අකුසලයක් හැටියට පවක් හැටියට සලකන්නට ඕන. ඒ මුසාවාදයේ ආදීනව රාහුල හාමුදුරන්ට දක්වලා තියෙන විස්තර කරලා තියෙන සූත්‍රයක් තමයි අම්බලට්ටික රාහුලවාද සූත්‍රය. ඒ සූත්‍රයේ උන්වහන්සේ සම්පජාන මුසාවාදය කියන්නේ දැන දැන බොරු කීම, ඒකේ ආදීනව උපමාවකින් රාහුල හාමුදුරන්ට වදාරලා තියෙනවා. යම් කෙනෙක් දැන දැන බොරු කියනවා නම් ඔහුට නොකල හැකි පාපයක් නැති බව, මේ ලෝකයේ නොකල හැකි පාපයක් නැති බව තමයි මේ සූත්‍ර දේශනාවෙන් දක්වලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ වසල සූත්‍රයේදී මේ ආකාරයෙන් දක්වලා තියෙනවා. යමෙක් තමන් නිසා හෝ අනුන් නිසා හෝ ධනෙ නිසා ඒ සාක්ෂි විචාරණ කොට බොරු කියනවා නම් ඔහු අසලයක් බවට පත් වෙන බව. ඒ වගේම ආලවක යක්ෂයා බුදුහාමුදුරන්ගෙන් ප්‍රශ්න 4ක් ඇහුවා. ඉන් එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි මේ ලෝකේ වඩා මිහිරි රසය මොකක්ද කියන එක. ඒකට පිළිතුරු තමයි සත්‍ය කියන එක. සත්‍ය තමයි මේ ලෝකයේ තියෙන ඊටාම මිහිරි දේ හැටියට එතෙන්දි දක්වලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම බොරු කීමට හේතු වන කරුණු 3ක් අපේ ධර්ම ග්‍රන්ථවල දක්වලා තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි අත්ත හේතු කියලා කියන්නේ. අත්ත හේතු කියලා කියන්නේ තමන් වෙනුවෙන් බොරු කීම. ඒ වගේම පර හේතු. පර හේතු කියන්නේ අනුන් වෙනුවෙන් බොරු කියනවා. ඒ වගේම ආමිස කිංචික්ක හේතු. ලාභ සත්කාර බලාපොරොත්තුෙන් සමහර අය බොරු කියනවා. මෙන්න මේ කියන කරුණු 3 බොරු කීමට හේතු වන කරුණු 3ක් හැටියට අපේ ධර්මයේ දක්වලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කිනම් ආකාරයෙන් හරි බොරු කීම යහපත් දෙයක් හැටියට දක්වන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක භයානක අකුසලයක් හැටියටයි දක්වලා තියෙන්නේ. අපේ බුදුහාමුදුරුවෝ බොරුව සෑම සමාජ ස්තරයකම වාසය කරන අයට නුසුදුසු දෙයක් ලෙස ඒක නරක දෙයක් හැටියට සලකලා තමයි ඒ සිල්පද වලින් ඒක දක්වලා වැළකී යුතු දෙයක් හැටියට අවධාරණය කළ තියෙන්නේ. ගිහි ජනතාවට නැත්නම් ගිහියන්ට පන්සිල්, අටසිල්, දහසිල් ඒ වගේම ඒ සිල් වර්ග වලිනුත් සාමණේර හාමුදුරුවන්ට නැත්නම් සාමණේර හිමිවරුන්ට දස සීලේනුත් ඒ වගේම උපසම්පදා භික්ෂුන් වහන්සේලාට පරාජිකා පාචිත්ති ශික්ෂාපදයක් හැටියට මේ බොරුව කියන එක වළක්වලා තියෙනවා. ඒක පැනවීමක් හැටියට දක්වලා තියෙනවා ශික්ෂාපදයක් හැටියට. ඒ නිසා බොරුව පිටු දැකිය හැකි ක්‍රම 3ක් දක්වලා තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි තමන් බොරු නොකිය සිටීම. තමන් අදිෂ්ඨාන කරගන්නට ඕන බොරු කියන්නේ නැහැ කියන අදහස. ඒ වගේම දෙවෙනි කාරණය තමයි අන්‍යයන් ලවා බොරු කියන්නේ නොකිය වීම. වෙනත් කෙනෙක් ලවාවත් බොරු කියවන්න අපි කටයුතු කරන්න හොඳ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම තුන්වෙනි කාරණය තමයි වෙනත් කෙනෙක් කියන බොරු සතුටින් ඉවසා නොසිටීම. අපි වෙනත් කෙනෙක් බොරු කියනවා නම් ඒවා සතුටින් අපි ඉවසන්න හොඳ නැහැ. අන්න ඒ විදිහට අපට ඒ කරුණු තුනෙන්ම වැළකීලා ඉන්න පුළුවන් නම් මේ බොරුව කියන භයානක පාපයෙන් වළකින්නට අපට පුළුවන්කම ලැබෙනවා. ඒ වගේම පන්සිල් ලකින බොහෝ පිරිස් අතර නිරන්තරයෙන්ම කැඩෙන සිල්පදයක් තමයි මේ මුසාවාද සිල්පදය නැත්නම් බොරු කීම කියන එක. ඒ මුසාවාදය වචනෙන් සිදුවන වැරැද්දක් ලෙසින් තමයි ගණන් ගන්න. සමහර අය එක විහිළුවට බොරු කියනවා. ඒක ගණන් ගන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක බරපතල අකුසල කර්මයක් ඇටියෙට. නමුත් අපේ බෝධිසත්වයන් වහන්සේ කිසිම අවස්ථාවක විහිළුවටවත් ඒ බොරුව පාවිච්චි කළේ නැහැ. ඒක ඊටාම් භයානක අකුසලයක් ඇටියට සලකලා ඒ බොරුව කියන භයානක පාපයෙන් වැළකුණු බව ඒ බණ පොතේ සඳහන් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒකේ ආනිසංස හැටියට ඒ බෝධිසත්වයන් වහන්සේ උපදින ආත්මයක් පාසාම මිහිරි වචන කටහඬ මිහිරිව උපදින්නට කටින් මහනෙල් මල් සුවඳ විහිදුනා කියලා දක්වලා තියෙන්නේ මේ වචනේ සංවරකම නිසා වාක් සංවරය නිසා බොරුවෙන් වැළකීච්ච නිසා ඒ වගේම බොරු කීම විතරක් නෙවෙයි බොරු කිරීම ඒ වගේම බොරුවට රඟපෑම් බොරු ලිවීම ඒ වගේම බොරු මවාපෑම් නිසා ඒ සියලුම දේවල් මේ මුසාවාදයේ අංගයට නැත්නම් මේ බොරුවෙන් සිදුවන වැරැද්දට අහුවෙන පාපයන් හැටියට සලකන්න පුළුවන්. මෙන්න මේ විදිහට විවිධ ක්‍රමවලින් බොරු කියන අයට සහයෝගය දක්වනවා නම් ඒකට අනුකූලත්වයක් අපි දක්වනවා නම් අඩුම තරමින් ඒ අය කියන බොරු අහලා සිනාවෙන් හරි අපි ඒකට ප්‍රතිචාරයක් දක්වනවා නම් ඒකෙන් හානි සිදුවන්නේ අපේ සීලයට අපේ සංවරකමට අපේ හැදියාවට තමයි ඒකෙන් බලපෑමක් ඇති වෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා අපි බොරු කීමෙන් වැළකීලා සත්‍යවාදීව ජීවත් වීමට ඒ විදිහට ජීවත් වුණොත් අපේ මෙලොව ජීවිතයත් පරලොව ජීවිතයත් යහපත් කර ගැනීමට හේතු වෙනවා. හැම දිනාටම තෙරුවන් සරණයි.
සාදු සාදු සාදු. අප කෙරෙහි අප්‍රමාණ අනුකම්පාවෙන් ඊතා වටිනා ධර්මස්කන්ධයක් බොහොම සරලව අපේ ජීවිතයට ලබා දුන්නේ ධර්ම දානමය පින්කම රැස් කරගන්නට අති ගෞරවනීය දික්වැල්ලේ සීල සුමන පණ්ඩිත හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේ. මා හිතන්නේ ලොකු කුඩා හැම කෙනෙකුටම සත්‍යයේ තියෙන සාංශාරික ප්‍රතිඵල බොරුවේ තියෙන හානිය පිළිබඳව ඊතා වටිනා අනුශාසනාවක් උන්වහන්සේ සසර ගමනක යන අපිට මොනතරම් ඒ පිළිබඳව සැලකිල්ලක්. මොකද රට වට කර වැට බැන්දත් කට වට කර සමහරු කියනවා අනේ මේ හන්දනේ මගේ මේ කටේ බ්‍රේක් නෑනේ තප්පරයක් නිකන් ඉන්න බෑනේ බොරු පිට වෙනවා හොයෝගාලා කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ මේ කට ආරක්ෂා කරගෙන ඉන්න බැරි වුණොත් වෙන විපාක උන්වහන්සේ බොහොම ලස්සනට බුද්ධ දේශනාවට අනුව සිහිපත් කරන්නට යෙදුණා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ මේ මොහොතේ ඉඳලා අපි උත්සාහ කරයි ඒ උතුම් වූ ධර්මතාවය සත්‍ය ආරක්ෂා කිරීමට. ඒ සඳහා ඔබට ශක්තිය ධෛර්යය ලැබේවා, සසර සුවපත් භාවය ලැබේවා. ඒ වගේම අද දායකත්වය අරගෙන අද පින්කමේ දායකත්වය දරන දිදුමිනී නෝනා මහත්මිය, චතුර සූර්යාරච්චි මහත්මයාටත් ඒ පවුල හැම දිනාටමත් සිරු නිරෝගී භාවය වේවා. මේ ධර්ම දානමය පිනෙන් රැස් කරගත්ත කුසලය අභාව ප්‍රාප්ත නන්දාවති ජයසූරිය ආච්චියම්මටත් ලීලාවති ජයසූරිය ලොකුආච්චියම්ම ඇතුළු සෑම දිනාටම නිවන් සුව පිණිසම වේවා කියන අදිෂ්ඨානය ඇති කරගෙන අපි දැන් අපේ ගෞරවනීය නායක ස්වාමින් වහන්සේට පින් දෙමින් ආශිර්වාද කරමින් ඉංග්‍රීසි ධර්ම දේශනාවට සෙත් පිරිත් දේශනාවට යොමු වෙනවා. Now we are going to make a special chanting of blessing, especially those who are celebrating the birthday today. Mr. Stephen, Mrs. Clare, beloved children of Mrs. Anne, and may the whole family, may they have a very special birthday. May the blessings of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha be with you, and all others who are joining in this and sponsoring these programs. May they all equally share the blessings of this chanting of protection blessings. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. යානීද භූතානි සමාගතානි බුම්මානි මායානිව අන්තරික්ඛේ සබ්බේව භූතා සුමනා භවන්තු අතෝපි සංඝච්ච සුනන්තු වාසිතං තස්මාහි භූතානි සාමේත සම්බේ මෙත්තං කරෝත මානුසියා පජාය දිවාච රත්තෝච හරන්ති වලින් තස්මාහි නේරංගත අප්පමන්තා යං කිංචි විත්තං ඉදවා උරංවා සංගේසු ආයං රතනං පනීතං නනෝ සමං අත්ති තථාගතේන ඉදම්පි බුත්තේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු මයං විරාගං අමතං පනීතං යදංජගා සංඛ්‍ය මුනි සමාහිතෝ නතේන ධම්මේන සමන්ති කිංචිදම්පි ධම්මේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු යං බුද්ධ සෙට්ටෝ පරිවන්නයි සුචින් සමාධිමානං පරිකඤ්ඤමා සමාධිනාතේන සමෝන විජ්ජති ධම්පි ධම්මේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු යේ පුංගලාට්ඨ සතං පසත්තා චන්තාරියේතානි යුගානි උන්ති ඒ දක්ඛිනෙය්‍යා සුගතස්ස ශාවකා ඒතේ සුදින්නානි මහප්පලානි ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සංචේන සුවන්ති හෝතු යේ සුප්පයුත්තා මනසා දල්හේන නික්ඛාමිනෝ ගෝතම සාසනම්මි තේ පත්ති පත්තා අමතං විගයිහ ලද්දා මුදා නිම්බුතිම් පුඤ්ජමානා ඉතංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු යතින්ද කීලෝ පටවින් සිතෝ සියා චතුම් විවාතේ විය සම්පකම්පියෝ තතුපමං සප්පුරිසං වදාමි යෝ අරිය සච්චානි අවෙච්ච පස්සති ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු යේ අරිය සච්චානි විභාවයන්ති ගම්බීර පඤ්ඤේන සුතේසිතානි කිංචාපිතේ හොන්ති පුසම්පමන්තා නතේ භවං අට්ඨමං ආදියන්ති ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු සහවස්ස දස්සන සම්පදාය තයස්සු ධම්මා ජහිතා භවන්ති සක්කාය දිට්ඨි විචිකිච්ඡිතං ච සීලම්බතං මාපි යදන්ති කිංචි චතුහ පායේ හිච විප්පමුත්තෝ චචාබිතානානි අබම්බෝ පාතුම් ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු කිංචාපි සෝ කම්මං කරෝති පාපකං කායේන වාචා උදචේතසාවා අබම්බෝ සෝතස්ස පටිච්චාදාය අබම්බතාදින්ට පදස්ස බුත්තා ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්ති හෝතු වනප්ප ගුම්බේ අතා පුස්සිතංගේ කිම්හාන මාසේ පටමස්මින් ගිම්මේ තතුපමන් ධම්ම වරං අදේසයි නිපානගාමි පරමං හිතාය තංපි බුද්දේ රතනං පනීතං
ඒතේන සච්චේන
සුවන්තියෝතු වරෝ වරඤ්ඤෝ වරදෝ වරහරෝ
අනුත්තරෝ ධම්ම වරං අදේශයි
තංපි බුද්දේ
රතනම් පනීතං
ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්තියෝතු කීනං පුරාණං නවන්නත්ති සම්භවං
විරන්ත චින්තායති චේ භවස්මින්
ඒකීන බීජා අවිරුල්හි චන්දා
නිබ්බන්ති දීරායතායම්
පදීපෝ ඉදංපි සංගේ
රතනම් පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවන්තියෝතු
යානීද භූතානි සමාගතානි
බුම්මානි වායානි අන්තලික්කේ
තථාගතං දේව මනුස්ස පූජිතං බුද්ධං නමස්සාම සුවත්තියෝතු යානීද භූතානි සමාගතානි
බුම්මානි වායානි අන්තලික්කේ
තථාගතං දේව මනුස්ස පූජිතං ධම්මං
නමස්සාම
සුවන්තියෝතු යානීද භූතානි
සමාගතානි බුම්මානි වායානි අන්තලික්කේ
තථාගතං දේව මනුස්ස පූජිතං සංඝං නමස්සාම සුවන්තියෝතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන
සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සම්බදා
ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සබ්බ රෝගෝ
විනංගතෝ
ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං කරණීය මත්ත කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං
අபிසමෙච්ච
සක්කෝ උජූච සූජූච සුවචෝ චස්ස මුදු අනතිමානී සන්තුස්ස කෝච සුබරෝච අම්බගිච්ඡෝච සල්ල උපවුන්තේ සංතින්ද්‍රියෝච නිපකෝච අම්බගම්බෝ කුලේසු අනනුගින්දෝ නච්ච කුන්දං සමාචරේ කිංචේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ උපවදෙයං සුඛිනෝ වාකේමිනෝ සම්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතන්තා ඒකේ චිපාන භූතත්ති තසවාතාවරාවානවසේසා දීගාවායේ මහන්තාවා මජ්ජිමාරස්සකානුපතෝලා දිට්ඨාවායේව අන්දිට්ඨායේච දූරේ
වසන්ති අවිදූරේ
භූතාවා සම්භවේ සීවා සම්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතන්තා නපරෝ පරං නිකුම්බේත
නාති මඤ්ඤේත ගන්තතිනං කන්ති ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥා
නාඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛ මිච්ඡේය
මාතායතානියම් පුන්තං ආයුසායේක බුද්ධ මනුරංගේ
එවං සබ්බ භූතේසු
මාන සම්භාවයේ
ඒ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සම්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං බුද්ධං අතෝච තිරියංච අසම්වාදං අවේරං අසවන්තං දිට්ඨං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාව තස්ස විගතමින්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදින්දේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාවූ දිට්ඨින්ච අනුභගම්ම
සීලවාදස්සනේන
සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනේයගේ දන්නයි ජාතු ගබ්බසෙයං පුනරේති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සබ්බදා ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන sabba rogo vinassatu etena sacca vajjena
Hotu te jaya mangalam.
Sirititi mati tejo jaya siddhi mahindi mahagunam aparimita punyadhikarassa sambandharaya nivarana
Samantassa bhagavato arahato
Samma sambuddhassa tattingsa mahapurisa lakkananubhavena asityanubhyanjana lakkananubhavena attuntara
satamangala lakkananubhavena
චබ්බන්න රංස්යානුභාවේන කේතුමාලානුභාවේන දස පාරමිතානුභාවේන දස උපපාරමිතානුභාවේන දස පරමත්ත පාරමිතානුභාවේන සීල සමාධි
පඤ්ඤානුභාවේන
බුද්ධානුභාවේන ධම්මානුභාවේන සංඝානුභාවේන තේජානුභාවේන ඉත්‍යානුභාවේන බලානුභාවේන නෙය්‍ය ධම්මානුභාවේන චතුරාසීති සහස්ස ධම්මස්කන්ධානුභාවේන නව ලෝකෝත්තර ධම්මානුභාවේන අට්ඨංගික මග්ගානුභාවේන සමාපත්‍යානුභාවේන චල විඤ්ඤානුභාවේන මෙත්තා කරුණා මුදිතා උපේක්ඛානුභාවේන සම්බ පාරමිතානුභාවේන රතනන්ත සරණානුභාවේන තුයං සම්බ රෝග ශෝක උපද්දව දුක්ඛ දෝමනස්සුපායාසා
විනස්සන්තු
සම්බ සංකප්පාතුයං සමිජ්ජන්තු දීගායුකෝ හෝතු සතවස්ස ජීවේන සමන්ගිකෝ හෝතු
සම්පදා
ආකාශ පබ්බත වන භූමි තටාක ගංගා මහා සමුද්ද ආරක්කක දේවතා සදා තුම්මේ අනුරක්කන්තු සබ්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන බුද්ධ රතනං ධම්ම රතනං සංඝ රතනං තින්නම් රතනානං ආනුභාවේන චතුරාසීති සහස්ස
ධම්මස්කන්ධානුභාවේන
කත්තයානුභාවේන ජින ශාවකානුභාවේන සම්බේතේ රෝගා සම්බේතේ භයා සම්බේතේ අන්තරායා සම්බේතේ උපන්දවා සම්බේතේ දුන්නිමිත්තා සම්බේතේ අවමංගලා විනස්සන්තු ආයු වණ්ඩකෝ ධන වණ්ඩකෝ සිරි වණ්ඩකෝ යස වණ්ඩකෝ බල වණ්ඩකෝ වන්න වණ්ඩකෝ සුඛ වණ්ඩකෝ හෝතු සම්පදා දුක්ඛ රෝග භය වේරා සෝකා සම්බේ උපන්දවා අනේකා අන්තරායාපි විනස්සන්තු ච තේජසා ජය සිද්ධි ධනං ලාභං සොත්ති භාග්‍යං සුඛං බලං සිරියායුච වන්නෝ ච භෝගං බුද්ධි ච යසවා සතවස්සාච
ආයුච
ජීව සිද්ධි භවන්තු තේ සම්පීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවන්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන bhavena sadasonti
bhavantu te
nakkatta yakha bhutanang papagga nivarana parittassanu bhavena hantu te
sampadave
nakkatta yakha bhutanang papagga nivarana parittassanu bhavena hantu te
sampadave
nakkatta yakha bhutanang
papagga
nivarana parittassanu bhavena hantu te
sampadave
devo vassatu kalena sassa sampanti
tuca
pito bhavatu lokoca raja bhavatu dhammiko. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much for joining this blessing chanting, very special thing. And we share these merits of the sponsors of the day, Mrs. Didumini and Mr. Chathura, Soorya, Arachchi, and everyone in the family. Also to share the merits with Lokuaachchiamma, Mrs. Leelawathi Jayasuriya, also Aachchiamma, Mrs. Nandawathi Jayasuriya. Also our sponsor, Mrs. Anne Silishi. We take this opportunity to wish two children, son Stephen, daughter Clare, a very happy 30th birthday, and also to share the merits with beloved parents, Mr. Lawrence Gorham and also Mrs. Rosemarie Gorham, also loving husband, Mr. Pete Schilizzi. May they all share our merits and blessings. May their lives be peaceful and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we are going to start our English Dhamma sermon. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Supremely Enlightened Lord Buddha, our teacher. Iti tang vijanama chatunto so parabhavo pancamang bhagava bruhi king parabhava to mukang. Blessed One, Lord Buddha, now we understand the fourth cause of downfall. Please, we pray to you, let us know the fifth cause of downfall. Yo brahmanang va samanang va anye vapi vanimbakang musavadena vancheti tampara bhavato mukang. He or she who by falsehood deceives a holy person or an ascetic or any mendicant. This is the cause of one's downfall. Dear, with the permit of venerable monks, dear children and parents, today we all have gathered here to understand another very important teaching of the Lord Buddha. In this Saturday, in between some special days like full moon days, last week we had the Independence Day, we have been these days discussing very important discourse that Buddha has encouraged every household to practice and understand. That is the Parabhava Sutta. So today we are discussing the 10th verse, Gatha, of that sutta. That Gatha explains the importance of very important two things. You may, before I go to that, you may understand how important the Parabhava Sutta, which we have also been explained previously. Many Buddhas come into this world. Every Buddha teach this, preach this, and it is become a very powerful piece of Dhamma. Not necessarily because of very powerful, valuable, positive thinking in there, but because of that every Buddha has delivered this. Especially those devas who were rejoiced by listening to the discourse on blessings on following day. They wanted to strengthen the blessing by avoiding the destructions, downfalls that a person can goes into trouble. With great interest, like you all coming, about 41 families are joining this evening. You are very much looking forward to this evening to learn and apply something into our life. So therefore, let us take this very special opportunity to listen to the 10th Gatha Buddha preached when he was at Jetavana Monastery, built by Anathapindika in Savatthi in India. He was there. And this discourse can be found as the sixth discourse of Sutta Nipata, the collection of teachings of the Buddha. Here, that according to the 5th factor of downfall, but when we go into a bit more detail, it is the 11th cause for destruction of beings. What is that? False speech towards the recipients of offering. So this is the 11th according to more detailed factors explained in the Parabhava Sutta. In that Parabhava Sutta, that explain if anyone cheat or misuse or misdirect by saying untruth or false speech, any recipients of offerings, that would be a downfall, that would be a destruction to the oneself as well as to the society. Here there are two things. First one is the importance of the truth and the danger of not abide by the truth or telling the lies. Second one, identifying the true importance, respect of the recipients or the people who are worthy of offering, or the spiritual community or some community that we have the opportunity to do something meritorious. Of course, there are situations, even some people try to justify saying that telling lies is okay. They say white lies. The most sweetest thing in the world is the truth. You can imagine the opposite of it. What happened? For example, say children, you lie to your parents. What happened if the parents come to know that you are being lying to them? What would happen? Will they bring a bunch of roses and packet of chocolates saying my children are amazing? They know how to lie? No. That will break their heart instantly. They will lose the trust on you. and there would be causes dealing with you, they would not have the faith on you. In the same way that you can apply it into the spiritual community or some mendicants or some even beggars. You know, when we are giving something to someone, the person might have differences, but we should not look into that. We should do it for doing sake. Just imagine the Vesantara Jataka or Dhahamswada Jataka. A divine being, the Sakra, the king of Devas, came as a beggar or someone looking for the children of that King Vesantara. He was not interested about to find out the background of the person. He took the opportunity to exercise the right thing. Even at the Dhahamswata Jataka, king was desperate to find the truth. A person came and said, I am a demon. If you give me something, I will give you the Dhamm. So this person said, I left everything. I don't have anything. Then this demon said, of course, you don't have anything, but you have your life. I am in hungry. If you offer your life, your body to me, I will give you the Dhamma. So this person could have said, of course, I will do that. Let us do it first and cheat in that way. But he did not do that, our aspirant Buddha Bodhisattva. I'm just saying very briefly for you to think something very important here. You know, sometimes politicians, they use the spiritual community and they sometimes say things to those spiritual community to get the power. After that, they don't care about it. It become a lie. They did not practice it. Buddha said very interesting thing. Buddha said, don't undermine the four things, even though they are so simple. Who are they? The prince. The other one is a snake. The other one is a monk. The last one is fire. So I'm not going into all these things. You know, fire, even though they are very small, that can make a huge destruction. So like a serpent or snake, that can make a danger. Prince, one day grow into a power and can return those things back. Similarly, Buddha said, no matter what the nature of the mendicant or the monk, small or big, don't undermine the power of it. So therefore, it is very inappropriate to say the untruth. For example, say sometimes in certain places, maybe a monk or a beggar comes to the house. Some people says, oh, please go and say that mother or father is not at home. So that's kind of indirectly encouraging to lie, which is not appropriate for a progressing society. There are three ways that somebody can say the lies for one's own benefit or for the benefit of others, sometimes to gain something. Those are the three things that one can say lies. But that is a very disadvantaged exercise, because the truth is the most important thing. Even in the basic 5 precepts, Buddha include as the fourth factor, 4 precepts, not to lie. Not necessarily to spiritual community, but in general, we should always abide by the truth. Especially when we are talking about a spiritual community or beggars, they are always depend on the welfare that they receive from others. if they are being cheated, saying things and not doing that, would make different things. Let me explain a little bit, once Buddha every morning wakes up and see whom that he can help. He saw there was a farmer and he has the great merits to gain lot of spiritual development called Kasi Bharadwaj. Buddha went there and holding a bowl, he was waiting this gentleman to offer something. This gentleman came and said, "You are a young man. I am an old person. I work very hard in this field. I came very early. I put my sweating and energy to earn something to eat. You are having a very easy life, taking a bowl, going around, collecting foods." Buddha said, "I also work very hard, spiritually, doing meditations and understanding the very important things, sharing that those who are in darkness to come into light." So this gentleman, to keep the story short, realized instantly the word of that and said, "I'm so sorry, Venerable Sir. Let me offer you something." So he brought some food that he brought for himself and offered. Buddha said, "If I take this now, it's become a business, because I said to something, you are returning to that. So therefore, that is not good for me, not even to anyone." This is very interesting. And Buddha said, if you are giving this as something in return, that doesn't make much worth. So therefore, even don't put this onto a grass. It's not worth. Put into a place of water, even there is no any fish or some beans there. This gentleman brought that food and put into that place, and that food was splitting and fuming. That was very amazing thing happened by that time. So therefore, you may think this person might be having a lot of other things, doing some other things. That's up to that person. That person takes away what that person does. But when you have an opportunity to look after someone, be truthful and be honest. If you don't have something, if you can't help at that time, it is always worth to say it clearly and outwards. So therefore, I would not take much time. It's quite a lot of things that I can explain. I just want to make our children and everyone here aware the importance of saying the truth, and very disadvantage is a downfall, especially when Buddha says something is very special because he is the most intelligent teacher, that if you cheat someone, especially a mendicant, especially a beggar, those have given up everything. They might have in a very humble nature. Many people I have seen in this common world, many people take the fun of that. When monks are going, maybe a beggar going, you really don't know what is going in his life. So some people try to make the fun and laugh and do some cheating things, try to make that person unnecessarily, which is very, very bad thing. And we should not ever do that. Also, that person is the ultimate source that we all can go one day. We all at the end may need some support of spiritual community. If you can do something, don't think twice, always practice that. So with that little reflection on the importance of today's Dhammadana, as Buddha explained in the discourse, he who by falsehood deceives a holy person or an ascetic or an mendicant, this is the cause of one's downfall. Sadhu, sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you very much. Now I will pass on to the opportunity to Rasikaya.
Teruvan Saranai Hamadurane. Teruvan Saranai Sieluma Hamaduran Ransalad. Good evening, everyone. So we learned today another new gatha from Parabhava Sutta regarding lying and how
The device already ready to connect.
how it
The device pair is successful.
and how the lying would become a downfall in one's life. And how all Naik Hamadurus and our Hamaduru explained to us the consequences of them and what are the types of lying as well, and the importance of telling the truth. So I hope you will learn a lot. You have learned a lot of advices, good things about that lecture. In that lecture, once again, thank you very much for all Hamaduru to being here for us, educating our children and the adults, doing a great service, and may you get all the great blessings. Teruvan Sarai. So a few weeks ago, we learned another gatha. If you don't respect or listen to your parents or support your parents when they are in their old age, if you are capable of supporting them, and if you don't, it'll become a downfall in your life. And we learned that gatha and the meaning that day, and children were asked to present their answers today, and we are ready for it now. So I would invite the first person, Chanudi, to start the presentations. Thank you.
Yomataranua Pitaranua Jinakan Gatayopanan Pahusantona Bharati Sampara Bhavata Mukhan Megatawa Terumavine Yamek Puhusatuye Jaravina Dirakia Ikmavu Yovuna Bava Ati Mavahokia Portion Nokia Air Pirihi Mata Karunaki Aachchiamma Podikale Sita Apava Portion Karana Adaraya Aachchiamma Arachchi Labadina Ape Demapian Rakabala Yanima Apata Ashirvaja Quinoa Tasa Masa Kusadara Karuna Sitinma Hedua Mage Manian Hatta Wandimi Adarati Sitin Pindi Papayan Walaka Yahapatihi Meyedu Mage Pianan Hatta Wandimi Adarati Sitin Pindi Teruvan Saranai. Thank you, Charoti Akka. Good evening, everyone. Parents are ultimate role models for children. Every moment of our life is guided by our loving parents. Every moment of our life is guided by our loving parents. No other external force could bring that influence to us. No matter what stage in your life, the most trusted, the most loving, and the most caring people in our life is our loving Amma and Tata. This is also one of the Mangala Karana. That's why in even though with the sermon Mata Pitu Patanam Gata in Mahamangala Sutra, which we already learned in our Dhamma school. Loving and caring families make the world a better place. Let's make this happen. Yo mataram va pitaram va jinnakam gata yobbanam Pattu sanoto na baranti tam para bhavato mukam. It is our responsibility to look after loving parents. Failing to do so will lead us to a downfall. Thank you for listening to me. Oba samata turuan saranai. Yamasuranga Pitaranga Jinaka Gato Yopano. Pavasanta Avavati Tampava Bhavatomukan. If your parents get older, do not look at them as a burden. Speak to them a polite word. Be kind to them. I want to see my parents happy forever because they take care of me and my brother and helping me to do my homework. So please respect your parents. Parents, have a nice. Who's gonna say after me?
Is Manuka here?
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the 8th Gata of Parabhava Sutra. Your matavam vapitavam vajinakam gata yobanam paho santo na bhavati tan para bhavato makam. Meaning, we should support our elderly mother and father in their declining years. If we do not do so, this is the cause of our downfall. One who does not respect their parents and offends them may have a downfall. It is improper to not help and look after your parents when you have the ability to do so. Dearest and I.
Thank you, Manuka. Today, I'm going to talk about your mouth one, wa pith one, wa gatha, which comes in Parabhava Sutra. This is the fourth cause of downfalls. Parents are the most precious thing in the whole world. From our birth to their last breath, their main concern is us. They feed us, teach us, and guide us for a better life. They will never mind whatever hard time coming up. This is a common factor not only for human but any kind of animal also.
They sacrificing their entire life for the success of ours. So we always need to be focused to support our parents. It is obvious when you are getting young, our parents getting older and their ability getting weak. At that time, we need to mind to do every best and to do the very best. What can we do? It will be the cause of progressive. So the Lord Buddha said by this Gatha, if anybody not looking after their parents, it will be the sign of downfalls. 709.
Yo mataram va pitaram va jinakam gatayo banam pasusantona bharati tampara bhavato mukam. The meaning of this gatha is the person who is capable of supporting his elderly mother and father in their declining years, but does not do so, this is the cause of one's downfall. Thank you for listening, Tara and Saranai.
Thank you, Ayya. Now I am going to say Paru Sutta. Oh, sorry. Wait, sorry. Yo mataram va pitaram va jinnakam gata yobbanam pahusanto nabarati tam parabhavato mukan. Now I am going to say my meaning. Though being well-to-do not to support father and mother, who are old and past their youth, with the cause of one's downfall. Teru and Saranai.
Sachit, it's your turn next.
Everyone, Saranai. Today, I'm going to be talking about Gathas 7 and 8 of Palabhava Sutta. Iti hi tam mijanama tatiyo so palabhavo chatu tam bhava kabuhi kim palabhavato mukam. This means, our Lord, we see that this is the third cause of one's downfall. Pray, O blessed one, tell us the fourth cause. Yo mata lamba pita lamba jinnakam gatayobanam pahusantona balati tampalaba bato mukam. This means not supporting your mother and father, who are very old and past very young. This is the cause of one's downfall. Parents do everything for us. They gave birth to us. They looked after us. They protected us from all the evil. They taught us important life lessons and so many other things. Because of this, It's important that we look after them when they're at the elderly. Not doing so will lead to a downfall, since that person is not respecting a very important person in their life. The Buddha himself has stated 5 duties of a child. They are: support the parents, especially when they're old, do their work for them, keep any family traditions, make oneself have inheritance, and have homage after their death. If they reject this duty, even if they have the means to do so, it will cause them to have a downfall. 2-1 summary.
Yumaterang wo pitirang wo jinkang gata yubanang pahosiktang napatitang pabotu mukang. Ayah, can you please tell me the meaning of the gata?
Yes, Nandi. You should be supporting your elderly mother and father in their declining years, but does not do so. This is the cause of one's downfall. Develop a positive attitude toward your parents. Don't bring up bad memories. Make them your priority. Consider their point of view. Calm them down when they are angry. If you disagree with them, don't be rude about it. Give and do your parents credit. Teruan Saranai.
Thank you, Senuth and Sarah. The third cause of downfall is Yo Mataramwa, Pitaramwa, Jenukam Gata Yobanam, Pahasa Sanato, Na Barati, Tamparabawoto, Mukam. So in each word, Yo means he, Mataram means mother, Va means O, Pitaram means father, Jinakam means old and frail, Gata means gone beyond, Yobanam means youth, Posanato means abundant of resources, Bharati means support, Tam means desist, Parabhavoto means downfall and decline, Mukam means cause of reasons. So this basically says he or who is capable of supporting his mother and father in their older years and does not do so, this is the cause of downfall. Thank you very much. Teranong Saranai.
Thank you, Sankata Ayah. Yo Matarangwa Pitarangwa Jinnagang Gatayopanang Pahosanton Parati Tampara Bhavatomukang. Thank you, Nandi. Can you remember way back to our childhood? We were not born like this. When we were babies, we didn't have teeth like this. We couldn't even eat ourselves. But our parents did not make us hungry. They mashed the food for us to bite easily, and when we don't have any teeth. When we couldn't walk in our little age, our parents always support us. And when we're about to fall, our parents quickly hold us. They are always protecting us. Also, when we want something, we would tell our parents and they will get it for us. They never ever make us blue.
When our parents are late age, they will be like our childhood. They might not have teeth and might not be able to walk or eat. So we need to keep care of them like they did to us in our childhood. In Parabhava Sutra, Lord Buddha has taught us, especially when our parents reach old age and when they are sick. If someone does not respect or support their parents in the later age of their lives, they are ungrateful and uncivilized son or daughter. It causes downfall to their life. Also, Lord Buddha has taught us the importance of respecting and caring our parents in most of the times, not only Parabhava Sutra. For example, in Mangala Sutra, Lord Buddha said, supporting parents is a great blessing. Mata pitu upattanam etam mangalam uttamam. Also, in Sigalovada Sutra, Lord Buddha disclosed the sixth direction. East denotes parents, and also taught 5 duties as children. The first one is support them with food, drink, and clothes. Second, helping them to do whatever they find difficult to do. 3, keep up the family tradition. 4th, be worthy of the inheritance. And the last one is transfer merits to them after their death. Therefore, we should love and take care of them more than our life. Thank you.
Terawan Saranai. Thank you, Metul Malli and Mihali Nangi.
දිවරෑමනමින් වෙනසන මගේ තාත්තා උරමත තබා සඳතඩු ගැන කියූ තාත්තා ඔබලය මහට සුවයහන විය තාත්තා Nidukin suwen vajmen nadar tata
Dasamasak kusahuama bihikala amma lekiri karapuwama raki mage amma වැටි වැටි නැගිටිනා මට අත දුන්නම්මා නිදුකින් සුවෙන් වන්දෙන් ආදර අම්මා.
My mother looked after and cared for me ever since I was born. My father worked hard and earned us a living so that we could live a pleasant life. For this, I am extremely grateful towards my mother and father.
Exactly, Malli. Our parents were our first teachers. They taught us what was right and what was wrong, what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And even more importantly, when we were sick, they would help us get better. And if we needed help, they would help us without a second thought.
Even our Lord Buddha mentioned in the Mahamangala Sutra that respecting and loving one's parents can bring great blessings. This was mentioned in the Mata Pitu Upattanam Gatha.
The Gautama Buddha also taught us that if we did not respect our parents and if we did not help them when they were old and frail, even if we had the perfect capability to do so, we would be shunned from everyone else, as no one likes someone who neglects their parents. This is also one of the causes of one's downfall, and this is mentioned in the Parabhava Sutra.
Shall we recite this Gatha?
Yes, Malli.
Yo mataram va pitaram va jinakam gatayo banam pahusanto na bharati tam para bhavato mukam. Thank you for listening. Teruvan Saranai.
Thank you, Avi, Attain, Hasindawaya.
Today, we are going to be talking about acting, caring, and parents. All living beings in the world reproduce. This means give birth to a child or a baby. For example, an elephant can give birth to their young and will protect it and care for it until it is able to care for itself.
Another example, monkey. A baby monkey, and after it until it is able to look after itself. Humans' special way of looking after their children. They feed us, when we are poorly, and they wash us.
As time goes, the parents in the first photo will gradually become older and will also become elderly people.
Also, the children will become bigger into adults and will become parents with their own kids.
As my sister, unique behavior, and animals don't do that because when they are older, they don't go back to their parents and look after them like their mother and father did when they were a child. But humans do, and they do this by protecting, caring, and respecting them.
You can see the man who was a small child is now capable of helping his parents. He is now grown up.
However, what if the child grows up and is capable of looking after the elderly, doesn't come and help them when they need it?
According to Buddha, this is the cause of one's downfall. Yo mataram va pitaram va jinnakam gataya banam pahusanto na bharati tampara bhavato mukam.
This means even though they are capable of looking after their elderly parents who need help and have lost their youth, and they don't, Buddha taught us that this is a cause of one's downfall.
When you look after parents, you should look after them when they are old. You should also encourage them for meritorious activities. For example, you should let them listen to the Dhamma and offer dana to Hamaduru.
There are also things you shouldn't do to your parents. For example, hurting their feelings. This is a very bad thing, and you should also never disrespect them. Don't of breaking your parents' heart, because even if you do this physically, verbally, and mentally, it will be the worst thing you could ever do in your life.
You have never seen Buddha alive.
But you have seen a Buddha alike in your household, and that is your parents. Teruvan Saranai.
Teruvan Saranai.
Thank you, Vidumali and Vidunyanangi. අවසරයි හාමුදුරුවනේ. අපි අද කතා කරන්නේ බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ වදාළ පරාභව සූත්‍රයේ 4 වන පිරිහීමේ දොරටුව ගැනයි. යෝ මාතරන් වා පිතරන් වා පින් ජින්නකං ගත යොබ්බනං පහුසන්තෝන බරති තම් පරාභවතෝ මුඛං. යම්කිසි දරුවෙක් තමන් වත්පොහොසත්කම් ඇතිව සැපෙන් ජීවත් වී තම වයෝවෘද්ධ මව්පිය දෙපළට නොසලකා හරිනම් පිටිපානවා නම් ඒ තැනැත්තා අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම පිරිහීමට පත්වනවා. දෙමව්පියන් හැම විටම තම හද පත්තලෙන්ම දරුවන්ට කරුණාව මෛත්‍රිය පතුරවනවා. ඒ ආශිර්වාදයෙන් දරුවන් සෑම විටම වාසනාවන්ත දරුවන් බවට පත්වෙනවා. දෙමව්පියන් නොසලකන දරුවන් බුදුන් වහන්සේටද පිටුපාන දරුවන් වශයෙන් දැක්විය හැකියි. අතීතයේදී පැරැන්නන් ගෙදර බුදුන් දෙමව්පියන් ලෙස සැලකුවෝය. එබැවින් ඔවුන් සෑම විටම දෙමව්පියන්ට සැලකීම පැහැර හැරියේ නැත. ඒ වගේම අප මහා බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ දේශනා කළ සූත්‍ර බොහෝමයක මව්පිය උපස්ථානය මෙලොව පරලොව දියුණුව කෙතරම් උපකාර වේදැයි සෑම විටම පැහැදිලි කළ සේක. දෙමව්පිය ඝාතනය ආනන්තරීය පාප කර්මයක් ලෙස උන්වහන්සේ පෙන්වා දුන්නේද එම නිසයි. අප කොතරම් පින්කම් කළද ධර්මයේ හැසිරුණද මව්පිය උපස්ථානය නොසලකන දරුවෙකු නම් අප අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම පිරිහීමට පත්වෙයි. මාතු පෝසක කතාවේ අප මහා බෝසතාණෝටද බුදුවීමට නියත විවරණ දුන්නේ උන්වහන්සේගේ මෑණියෝය. ඉතින් නංගී මල්ලි අනාගතයේදී ලොව බාර ගැනීමට සිටින අපි දෙමව්පියන්ට ගෙදර බුදුන්ට ලෙස උපස්ථාන කිරීමට තරයේ සිතට ගනිමු. එයින් ලොව ඇති එක් වැඩිහිටි නිවාසයක් හෝ වසා දැමීමට අපට හැකියනු ඇත. ස්තුතියි. තෙරුවන් සරණයි.
ඔබ සැමට බුදු සරණයි.
Yo mataram va pitaram va jinnakam gata yogdanam pahusantona parati tampara bhavato mukam.
Meaning of this gatha is, whoever is wealthy does not support their mother and father who are old and weak. According to Parabhava Sutta, this is the fourth reason to cause someone's downfall. We have already learnt in Mangala Sutta, such as Mata Pitu Upatanam, the importance of respecting and looking after our parents. Maupiyo Utumaya, Apagipeva Devi Varumaya, Aparakinu Vomaya, Vandimu Maupiya Dedina Mahimaya, Teruvan Saranai.
Ethan, have you got an answer today?
Yes. Saranai. Today I'm going to talk about Parabura Sutra. I don't remember it. I don't remember the Gatha, but I'll tell you what it means. When we are grown up, our parents are older. They get older. So when they get older, they are less able to do things. So we need to help them as what they did when we were children. And look after them. If you don't do it, you will have a downfall for your life. And you will be sad. You'll be sad. And your parents will be sad. So you have to look after them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much all. Well done, Ethan. And everyone else as well. I'm really, really happy to see the way you delivered your answers today. And one of the highlights that made me even happier was that some of you've got to keep your mics off, please, when I'm talking. Kenon, would you please mute mic? Thank you. So I was saying that I was really impressed with your presentations, particularly because you're referring to the lessons that you learned in the past. That is an amazing skill. And it shows that how ever you all are, to recall what you have learned in the past and bringing it to the current lesson or answers, and to show that the connection between the that you are learning. It's really good. Well done. Right. So so that was the official list of the people who were presenting the answers. Now I have a few minutes for anyone else who would like to say or talk anything. Kenon, we can't see you. You can put your microphone on and speak.
We'll first take the Tenuka.
Okay. Okay, Hamdan.
Hello, I'm going to talk about a film I watched yesterday. It was about an elephant who died, and then the younger elephant stayed down till he he nearly died. So I thought it could be like connection to we learned today. So, and also I think that parents are very useful and help us through all our lives, and we must respect them at least once in our lives. And I think in the elderly we should respect them and like do everything what we should do to them. So yeah.
So just to add a little bit, Houndroon, I think they were talking to me about one of these movies they watched yesterday. They immediately got the connection straight away with this Parabol Sutta, although they were unmuted. So they were muted. They were talking to me that although they were not very well prepared for today's presentation, and they were talking to me in the background that the connection that they made immediately, because that the movie they watched yesterday, the mother elephant was dying in one of the deserts, and the little baby elephant did not actually leave the mother elephant at that time. He didn't want to go with the rest of the elephants, so he stayed there. The baby elephant would have been about a few months old until the rescue team came and actually took the little baby elephant away. He never left left the mother elephant. So that's actually, they were talking to me about that. They immediately got the connection to what you were talking about. Thank you.
Thank you. That's very good. Very good effort, Tenuka. Well done. Yeah. So that's very good. I'm very glad that you all throughout stayed with nice background, as our Rasikaya mentioned. Well done. Thank you so much. I'm very happy.
Kenan, if you're there, it's your chance. Okay. Right, you seem to be not right. Once again, very well done to all of you. So we learned another Gatha today in Parabhav Sutra. Why do we have to say the truth all the time? Consequences of lying. We learned that Gatha, and I would expect you to present your answers like you did today next week, please. So I can see that your backgrounds, your presence is really improved today. Have obviously got the advice or the tips that we have given you. Thank you very much for that. That's all, I think, from me. And I would kindly pass it back to Humphrey.
Thank you very much, Rasikaya. As mentioned very appropriately, Rasikaya explained how good the children are, and they are doing very well now. Most impressive thing that even tears came into my eyes when you were saying the Gathas, Pali Gathas. You know, even a child in Sri Lanka will not have this privilege, this opportunity, that to get your like confidence and ability to pronounce, has the strength of using the skill of talking and learning more skills of language and so many things. When I was at your age, I used to learn all these gathas by heart, and it gives me a lot of skills in talking and using the language and so many things. And I even noticed that some children try to translate word by word the Pali Gatha. That even gives them to learn some Pali as well. As some children mentioned, now these teachings are in their mind as a picture. When they see the nature, maybe film or some other things that can relate into their life, which is very interesting thing. Otherwise, what gets into your mind is what you see in the world. You know, people are doing all bad things, negative things. This is what you see. To see these Dhamma, to listen to these Dhamma, you need to make some effort. That is why we are making this effort, to make you at least to facilitate that you are hearing this. Otherwise, what your parent says doesn't even go into your mind or brain. They just come from one ear and goes out from the other ear. When you are being with us now nearly 2 hours, more 2.5 hours, which means your life is being blessed about how many minutes? 150 minutes. So your blood, the parts of your body is being blessed with these teachings over 150 minutes. You can't, you know, if you keep a glass of water and keep chanting, that water gets some energy when you are saying words. If you talk to a tree, would happen the same thing. And we are talking to now human beings, which is very powerful. Now I would like to take you, even though we are slightly behind the time, I am very impressed that you are still staying with us, to the most important thing called meditation. So let us join few minutes in meditation. This is another very, very important skill that you all can benefit for many aspects, your studies, your general life, even when you eat and enjoy the food, not to be miserable, but to be happy. That is a living blessing. Ethan is there. Would you like to say the words, Ethan? Not Ethan, the other one who is Canon, isn't it? Ethan said, sorry, I'm just repeating the Ethan's name. Sorry, Ethan. Okay. So let us do the meditation, yeah? Selecting a comfortable posture. Making every part of the body relax. Gently keep the eyes closed. And repeat the word, the sitting, sitting, sitting for few minutes, few seconds to bring yourself into it. Then part by part, let every part of the body relax. Your feet, your sitting, maybe the chair. You are not sitting half or not comfortable. You are just making your sitting comfortable, adjusting it to be comfortable. Keep the back relatively independent, straight, upright. And your shoulders Experience that part of the shoulders and let it relax. And then rest your hands on your lap. First, put the left and then the right on top of it. Then if that, keep the neck, head in a central point, not moving or bending into sides. Slowly bring the whole body very still, very calm. Breathe slowly in. And breathe slowly out. Breathe slowly in. Breathe slowly out. Breathe slowly in. Very, very slowly. Breathe out. This will help you to focus, develop the concentration. I have heard from many parents that children are struggling to concentrate because too many things, so many things going in the world. And it is easy that they can be very, very restless and distracted. Therefore, this paying attention to the breath for 2 minutes can clear all that distractions and improve the concentration. So to watch the breath slowly goes in. Watch the breath slowly goes out. Keep a gentle smile. Make yourself happy as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Enjoy the breathing as you are smiling. Breathe in. Enjoy the breathe out. As you breathe out, you smile. Very, very gently. Smile and breathe in. Smile and breathe out. Very slowly. Slowly breathe in. Very, very slowly breathe out. As a gentle art, like a gentle breeze is going in, making your whole body comfortable. Notice the breath slowly in. Notice the breath slowly out. Breathe slowly in. Breathe slowly out. Once again, go back to your body and check your feet are comfortable. If not, make them comfortable. Your sitting is comfortable. Your back is upright and comfortable. And your hands resting on your palms, comfortable. And your neck and the head in a central point, comfortable. Which means you are kind to yourself. As you are kind to yourself, always kind to others as well. As you don't like the pain, no one else like the pain. So let us practice few minutes loving kindness. Recite silently in mind, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful. Truly embrace that into your heart, not just recite in the words. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful. As I am, may my parents, my teachers, my family, all those who sponsor today the program, who support the temple, and all in the world who supporting in the healthcare or other shops and other places. May they all be well. May they all be happy. May they all be peaceful. And recite, may all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. And finally, sit in meditation for 1 minute. That you can completely free your mind from any of the distractions. And rest. Slowly open the eyes and let the light slowly come in. And bring our palms jointly together, close to your heart, and share our blessing 3 times. Sadhu. 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 So that is a few minutes meditation. I am so pleased that all our children join, even though it is late. That is called, rest in the mind. Otherwise, so many things going on, eventually your mind get very tired. When your mind get tired, you can't concentrate on anything. In between your studies or day, just sit quietly and watch the breath for 2 minutes, and instantly you get few hours of mind energy. Very powerful. I know what you are going to do next now. Can anyone think what you are going to do now? I think you are straight going to bed. And you will guarantee that you will never have a bad dreams, disturbs in your sleep, and you will have the best sleep. If you have the best sleep, you are best in well-being over 80%. I'm glad, even though it is late, but everything goes for a good reason. You know that you can have a good sleep now because you did some meditation. So you would enjoy your sleep better and more than ever before. And you will wake up very bright, very fresh, and full of creativity, energy, and bright person. And you would be few of like Steve Jobs, Einstein, and things like that. You would be few of those people eventually if you do meditation and these things. I know you are very eager to now say Theruvan Saranai and go to bed. Sorry to keep you holding. I can see everyone is leaning into the computer and to say Theruvan Saranai and go. I know. So thank you. I am very happy and wish you a very happy future. May the triple gem bless you. Theruvan Saranai.
Theruvan Saranai Sadhu.
Teranang Saranai.
Teruvan Saranai.
Theruvan Saranai Hamdurune. Theruvan Saranai Hamdurune.
Teruvan Saranai Hamdurane Rasika Mama.
Teran Saranai Hamdurane.
Theruvan Saranai Hamdurune. Saranai Hamdurune.
Kau putih katakan. එකත් කරන්න ඇති.
තෙරුවන් සරණයි හාමුදුරනේ.
තෙරුවන් සරණයි හාමුදුරුවනේ.
අපි නවතින්න හාමුදුරනේ.
හොඳයි.
තෙරුවන් සරණයි.
තෙරුවන් සරණයි. තෙරුවන් සරණයි. Well done, Tenuka.